2. What's going on? She got Professor Smell Good, and we back. All right. Listen, this morning, I'm on my way to my shop. Right? I'm on the way to the shop this morning to set up. If you guys don't know, I'm at my store every weekend. I'm at my shop every weekend because I'm doing so many shipments throughout the week that honestly I don't have time to be there 5 days a week. All right. So I'm only there 2 days a week. And so all of my clients that normally buy from me throughout the week, I'm talking about here in Detroit, obviously, you know, they call me and they place their orders. And then when I come up there Saturday and Sunday, I have the orders for them. Okay. Now, with that being said, first and foremost, I know you guys miss me, and I miss you guys as well. It's been a whole week since I made a video. Haven't put out any footage at all, man, the whole week, man. That's pretty much unlike myself, man, but I've been real busy. Okay, now, with that being said, this is a topic that I want to talk about. Very interesting topic. How could you identify sincere critique? How could you identify when somebody is sincerely, genuinely trying to critique you? All right? Very good question, right? At first, I didn't want to answer this. I didn't want to make a video about this. I thought it was kind of like irrelevant at first. But I thought about it this morning. Man, that sweet cigar is smelling real good this morning, man. I'm wearing the sweet cigars this morning and it's smelling good. It's smelling great, man. But anyway, so I thought about it this morning. I said, wow, that's a very interesting topic. You know what I'm saying? It's very beneficial. Reason being why is because it can actually affect a lot of people who are trying to take their business to the next level. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Now, how could you identify who is a sincere or genuine? First and foremost, you only want to take critique from people who are actually genuine about their critique. They're genuine. That's the first and foremost rule. They're genuine or sincere, and they actually know what they're talking about. Now, why did I say being genuine and sincere is actually before know what they're talking about? Because a person can have a lot of knowledge, but if they don't mean well, they can use that knowledge to lead you on the wrong path. So they have to have good intentions. They have to mean well. And that's a principle that I live by, that I do not accept any advice or critique from anyone who do not have good intentions. You must have good intentions. You must be genuine. Because I don't know what your agenda is. And now the question you may be asking, well, how do you know? Very good question. I'm going to answer that. Now, how could you identify if somebody's sincerely giving you or genuinely giving you critique? Let's say, for example, in the case of me, I can easily spot it out. I can easily spot it out from a mile away. You know how when somebody go and they see all of the good work that you're doing, right? And they say, wow, they looking at, they're always watching and everything that you post, everything new you bring out, but they never give a like, they never give a comment. And when I mean a comment, I'm talking about, hey man, good job, man, excellent job. They only focus on critique. That's all they focus on is critique. They see all of the excellent work that you're doing, all of the stuff that the information you put out in the oil business, people that sell oils, that you pretty much rarely find. It's very hard to find this information. But you put tons of this information out, and they will only respond to critique. As they say, whatever the intentions are, and it's a statement that they say. I'm gonna get it right in a minute. All right. There it is. Wherever the intention goes, energy flows. Okay? Wherever the intention goes, energy flows. Very, very precise statement. I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because whatever your intentions are, it's going to come off on your tongue in what you say, or it's going to come off what you say, man, I should have got off on Connors, man. I don't know why I got off on Van Dyke. It's going to come off on what you say, or your body language, or your eyesight as well. And I'm going to go into detail about that too. You know, it's going to show. It's going to show. It will show. Listen to what, you know what I'm saying? So let me just break it down to you. So if a person is just trying to critique all the time, right? You know what's going to happen? They're going to bypass all of that good that you have, and they're only going to respond to make your critique. Okay? It's just like, for example, right? It's just like, for example, Halle Berry is a beautiful woman, man. Hands down. Beautiful woman, especially at her age, 50 plus years old. And then you got a lady that says, oh, well, you know, she ain't really all that. Oh, why you say that? Oh, because, you know, she got a small pimple on her face. She got a pimple on her face? Where? And so she pull out the magnifying glass, and she go she go real close to Halle Berry's face just to find a pimple. You follow what I'm saying? Intentions ain't right, man. Never ever accept advice from anyone who does that. Never. Because they don't mean well. They don't mean well. Especially an envious person. A person who is envious, never ever accept any advice from anyone who is envious. Why? Because the person who is envious, in reality, in essence, they want what you have. And they will not stop being envious until what you have is actually taken away from you. And they would do anything in their will, in their power, to try to make sure that that thing that you have, that gift that you have, that specialty that you have, it goes away from you. They would do anything possible. So never ever accept the advice of an envious person, because they're not genuine. It's very simple. It's very simple. They're not genuine. They don't really mean well for you. You want to know the reason why I put this information out? How to sell the oils? Because I really mean well for you guys. And I really mean that. And I'm really honest about that, man. I really want you guys to excel. That's the reason why I put this information out here for free. I put this information out here for free, man. You know, I put it on YouTube for free. You know, I tutor a lot of my students for free. I don't charge them anything, because I actually want you guys to excel. I mean well for you. I really mean well for you guys. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody don't mean well for you. Everybody don't mean well for you. Some people, you know, they just can't they just can't stand the fact that, you know, you're doing something right, you're doing something good, and they won't stop until actually you stop doing what you're doing. And that's, you know, that's the objective. You know? Oh my God, Michigan got the potholes like it ain't nothing, man. So never ever accept advice of someone that doesn't mean well for you. So as I said, you will know based upon what they say. You know, like for example, I'll give it a really good example. Let's say, for example, you come across you get a real good job, right? And you got a best friend. And your best friend, for some reason, you know, when you was around your best friend, you know, since you got that new job, it felt very different, man. It didn't even feel the same. You know, that vibe that you normally would have from your best friend, for some reason, it's a completely different vibe now. And you've been scratching your head trying to figure out what it is. So when you get around when you finally come across your friend after having a real nice job, and everybody know you got this real good job, and you know, everybody say, oh, congratulations. And when you come across your friend does this right here. Say, hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? I'm about to make up a name, by the way. I'm trying to find a name that, you know, it's not the name of, you know, some of my viewers, because I don't want people to take it personal. Bob, for example, right? Hey, what's going on, Bob, man? What's going on, Bob? Now, Bob is your best friend. Keep in mind. Bob, what's going on, man? How's everything doing? How's everything going for you? Hey, man, you got a good, I heard you got a new job. Heard you got a real good job. That alone itself lets you know what their intentions really is. He didn't even say, oh, I'm doing great, man. How are you? Didn't say that. What did they say? What did he say? What he said on his tongue lets you know what was actually in his heart. He's envious. The fact that you got that real good job. You see that? You can easily spot out what a person's intentions is. Watch their body language. Watch their eyes. Okay? Watch their eyes. Okay? Like, for example, and I'm going to break this down too. I'm about to give you all some real good advice on this one, man. Take the pen and paper and write this stuff down. And obviously it translates to the oil. If you come across a person, right, and you think that a person is a thief, their eyesight will confirm if they're a thief. You want to know why? Because when you're coming around you, they can't look you right in the eye. They just, they looking to the left, They're looking around to see what's available to be stolen. They're looking around to see what is available that they can actually steal. As an old saying says, what they say, a person's eyesight is the window to the soul, and that is so true. So specifically, the heart. A person's eyesight is the window to the soul. So when you look at that person's eyes and they're looking around, they're indirectly letting you know what's in their heart. Little do they know. And that's why it's so important to have good intentions, because most people that have good intentions never correct their intentions. So when you have bad intentions, it's gonna show. It will show. And little do you know, you give off answers of what you really intend by having bad intentions, because it shows in your actions. Okay? So for the most part, I think that's it. You know what I mean? Have good intentions, man. Don't accept. As one of the early scholars, his name was Imam Auza'i. He said, accept the advice of the sincere advisor. Accept the advice of the sincere advisor. Why he say that? Notice what he said. He said, accept the advice of the sincere advisor. Meaning, don't accept advice from anybody. I'm not just making this stuff up. What I'm telling you, I'm going based upon principles and ancient books that I read. Matter of fact, if you read their book that is called The Alchemist, they talked about this. The Alchemist, the guy, his name is The Alchemist, in the book, talked about this. You can't tell information to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because some people get envious, and some people don't mean well for you. Okay? So, I think that's it, man. I think that's it. Just don't be, so a lot of times when people, they respond and they have their critique, and, if your critique is, if it's genuine and it's sincere, and if I'm not going to let you determine if it's sincere. I have to determine that, because who will tell you if their intentions is good? You tell me. If a person has bad intentions, 95% of the people will actually tell you that they have good intentions. Now, come on now, let's be real. Okay? So you have to decide that. You have to decide whether that person actually has good intentions or not. And the best way to know that is you can feel it. You can feel it. Listen to it. Listen to what they say. Watch their body language, the eyesight, all of that, man. So it's pretty much it. You got Professor Smell Good. How's it going? I thank you guys for watching, man. You guys have a great one, all right?